Hi, I'm Dan Schmitt. I do a motorcycle racing TV show, Team Chicago Challenge. My email is teamdan45@gmail.com. My website is teamchicago.tv. Well, we're going back in the past again. I have covered probably close to 300 ice races since I started covering ice racing in 1990, around 1985, I promoted the race at the Mineo Hotel from 1977 to 87. I got into public access TV in 86, but I never shot any footage with the public access stuff. But by 1991, Dave Hendrickson got involved. He was from US Cable, and so we started doing ice. This is that Why Not on the Sandbar, I believe on Lake Marie and the Chain of Lakes. Great action. So I'm going to show you the highlights from the shows from 1991 at the Sandbar, and I think you're going to appreciate how ice racing is involved, how the action's always been great, and I've been very lucky to be able to capture all this great footage. And don't forget my email, it's teamdan45@gmail.com, and I'd love to hear from my audience. And remember, you can always subscribe to YouTube, and you get my shows every weekend, because I'm putting everything I produce now in 2026 is going up on YouTube also, besides the 8 or 9 public access systems I'm on. So let me know what you think of the show. You can always email me, teamdan45@gmail.com. It is February 1991. As we see the news gal, Diane, from US Cable in Waukegan interviewing, looks like Rick Ruber. Dave Hendrickson's right there videotaping because he also works for US Cable. As we see the late great Larry Picos plowing, this is the Northern Illinois Ice Racers Association as they drill to see how thick the ice is.
These are the final events. First event of the day, 50cc class. Jumping out front, number 39. Number 39 is Timmy Huss. Timmy Huss is out of Kenosha. Second place, looks like Craig Langor. Third place, number 42 is Pat Robinson. And back in last place, the youngest rider out here, but putting on a great show around this quarter-mile ice track, is Danny Massey. And Timmy Huss comes around and picks up the win in the 50 class. Timmy Huss first, second place, Craig Lagor, Pat Robinson, and Danny Massey.
I had a chance to talk to Dan Kaiser as he battles for the championship in the 80cc class.
With me is Dan Kaiser, who was running in the 80 class, and a couple weeks ago he won, and in the last race he finished second, and we got a battle going on up here for the championship this year. So Dan, besides your parents being involved with organizing, and your uncle's a real good racer, Frankie, that we met in previous shows, how long have you been ice racing?
About since I was 7.
What did you start on then?
A 50cc.
Zinger?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you're in the 80. How old are you now?
12.
You're 12 and you're running the 80. So when are you going to move up to 125 then?
Probably before next year, maybe.
You maybe just run the 80 and run the 25 at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah. So I know, what kind of bike you running?
Suzuki.
And you got a sponsor you want to talk about?
Ron and Brian's helped me, my dad and my uncle Frankie, and usually that's all. They help me with stuff. And Al Lanonen and Mike McDevitt, they help a lot.
Okay, so that's Ron and Brian Suzuki out of Waukegan. And where do you live?
In Wadsworth, Illinois, in Kilbourne.
What are you going to do today?
I want to win it.
Now, how tight are you guys on? You're in competition with points with, what's his name?
Brad Flamette.
Right. And how close are you in points now?
We're tied up.
Tied because he won last time.
Yeah.
So, how many more races are there? Is this the last one, or are they running next week?
I think they're running next week.
Okay, so this could be the big decider today, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so what number you got on that bike?
4N. I took a 4th in the Nationals a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. You went up to Michigan for the amateur national, and you took 4th in the national. Okay, here comes the fast guys. 80s. Jumping out front, looks like Brad Fragment, sponsored by Ron and Brian Suzuki of Waukegan. Second place is his teammate, also sponsored by Ron and Brian. Number 4, it's Dan Kaiser. The 60s are also running. Danny won the heat. Looks like Brad came back with revenge. Number 41 coming up is Brian Fragment. Number 88 is Dwayne Robinson. He's in 3rd place in the 80s. Number 41 is Brian Fragment. And number 39 is Timmy Huss. Timmy Huss moving up to the shifting 60 class. But picking up the win was Brad Fragment and his brother Brian. Quad A jumping out front. So we can check that number. It's like Mark Magro jumping out front, 2nd place. It's like number 54, that's John Jensen. John Jensen's in 2nd. Third place looks like Dale Nesker. But winning this race is Mark Mankoff. Okay, Quad Pro. These are the fast guys jumping up front. Looks like, check that number, coming around turn 3 and 4. Number 37, that's Roy Nefsker. 2nd place is Tony Diesso. Back in 3rd place looks like Chuck Dobbs. Is it Chuck Dobbs? 4th place, back and 4th is Pat Pertfa. But leading, number 37, that's Roy Nefsker. 2nd place, Tony Diesso. Tony's on a Suzuki. Chuck Dobbs in 3rd place, trying to make the move. But picking up the win is Roy Nefsko, Tony Diesso 2nd, Chuck Dobbs 3rd, and Pat Bertha is 4th.
Now the 250 Pro Class, heat number 1. The original audio was terrible, so I'm doing the voiceover again right now. Jumping out front, it looks like Terry Vessel, but making a move on the inside, it's Danny Peterson. Danny Peterson, ice racer, has been ice racing for going back to the mid-70s. Right behind him, the battle developed between Rick and Mark Gruber. Looks like Mark is 2nd, Rick is 3rd, but Danny Peterson looks like he's going to run away with this race. We're at the Why Not at the Sandbar, Lake Marie. Looks like Danny Peterson should go on and pick up the win. And earlier, I had a chance to talk to this rider from Chicago.
One of the riders that used to live in Chicago and now you've moved out. This is Danny Peterson. And where do you live in now?
Franklin Park.
Okay, so you get to see the show on Continental Cable, right?
Yes, I do. I watch it every week.
Okay, now you're running the 250 Pro Class, and we've been watching the last couple of weeks out here. And generally, you're only a part-time racer. You're not as serious as you used to be, right?
Right. I had road raced, and I kind of got injured doing that, and ice racing is my main source of racing now. I kind of pulled out of everything else, and I just ice race.
So you don't need a dirt track anymore?
No, I don't.
Trail ride in the summer?
Yeah, I try to. I have a KLR 600. I like to get out on that once in a while. I don't really get a chance to go as much as I like, but we get out once in a while. Me and my buddies go tear up some dirt somewhere.
Okay, now how are you in the points? Have you made every race out here? Are you pretty far up there in the Pro Class points, or are they keeping points for that class?
They're keeping points, and I checked today, and I'm in 5th place. I haven't really finished that well this year. I've been having a few problems with the bike. It's 84, so it's kind of old, but it's still competitive.
But you're having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
So for the average guy out there, you recommend him to come out here and give this a whiz?
Oh yeah, it's really something to do in the wintertime. We have a lot of people that come out of all types of racing, road racing, flat track, motocross. It's something to do. It's watch Wide World of Sports or something at home.
Especially when you watch this at home, right?
Yeah, exactly. Watch it Sunday nights.
Okay, so we're watching you in the 250 race, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. And now the second pro heat, jumping out front. It looks like Frankie Kaiser. Frankie Kaiser from Wadsworth, Illinois, on that Kawasaki. Second place looks like Tony Giorno. He's from Racine. He's with Ace Cycle in Racine. Jeff Burdett running in fourth place. He's the ISDE gold medalist. He better get on the gas, but it looks like Frankie Kaiser from Wadsworth, Illinois, is going to go on and pick up the win in the second pro 250 class. And now let's check out the final.
Jumping up front, it's like Frankie Kaiser. Frankie Kaiser from Wadsworth on a Kawasaki. Second place, 22, that's Tony Giorno out of Kenosha, Wisconsin. There's Jeff Fredette, number 1 on his Kawasaki. He's in third. Look at his battle for third place. That's Mark Gruber. He's in fourth currently. But now, second place, Jeff Fredette. Jeff Fredette from Tinley Park. Third place, it's like Mark Gruber. Mark Gruber from Waukegan. Mark looks like he's on a Honda. So it's Kawasaki, Kawasaki, Honda. Frankie Kaiser leads. It's up front. It's 250 pro class. This is for the money. Fourth place, Danny Peterson. Check that. Fifth place, Danny Peterson. Mark Gruber trying to move in. Mark Gruber's now in second. Jeff Fredette's third. Fourth place, Tony Giorni. Fifth place, Danny Peterson. Sixth place, Rick Gruber. Seventh place, Rob McGee. With Frankie Kaiser leading. Second place, Mark Gruber. Third place, Jeff Fredette. Let's watch him. Looks like they're coming around towards the end of this race. Still up in the air, white flag, 1 lap to go. Frankie Kaiser's got a pretty good cushion in front of Why Not at the Sandbar at Lake Marie. Mark Gruber makes the last pitch move, but Frankie Kaiser picks up the win. Mark Gruber second, Jeff Fredette third, Danny Peterson fourth. Okay, senior class. This is for riders over 30. Jumping out front, number 37, Glenn Salpaka. Glenn Salpaka running Rick Gruber's bike. They shared his bike. Glenn Salpaka leading. Number 9, that's Rick Holders in second. Third place looks like Randy Livingston. But Glenn Salpaka walking away with this. Rick Holder second. Third place, Randy Livingston. Okay, combo race now. Jumping out front on a Kawasaki. Combo is for bikes 125 cc's and 200 cc's. And jumping out front on a 200 Kawasaki, Steve Walters. Second place looks like Mike McDivitt. Mike McDivitt out of Waukegan. I think he's on a Suzuki, it looks like. But Mike McDivitt's on a 125. Third place looks like Rick Holder. Rick Holder battling now with Mike McDivitt. Both on 125s. Ooh, Rick Holder battling with Mike McDivitt. Just passed him. Mike McDivitt just shook his head. He couldn't understand how this guy could get right by him. Back there in fourth place, it's like Randy Livingston, also on a 125. But Steve Walters on the 200 Kawasaki seems to be running away with this combo 125, 200 race. Second place was Rick Holder. 250. Jumping out front, it's like Dave Mango. Dave Mango out of Kenosha. Whoa, Craig Anderson with the move on the inside, and Mark DeAC follow him right through. Two guys out of the Waukegan area. They get battled through 3 and 4, but Craig Anderson seems to have the good lead right now. And he's leading the 250 amateur. Battle going on for second between Mark DeAC and Dave Mengo. Mike Peters back and forth. Mark the ACs back in third place on a Honda. It's the 250 class, but Craig Anderson is still leading. Flag, 1 lap to go. Craig Anderson winning. Second place. Let's see if we can check this out. Dave Mengel and Mark DAC in third. One of the guys I'll be racing against in the super senior class is Jerry Westhouse. And Jerry, back in the past, always won every race. And in the super senior class, you've been doing pretty good on Jeff Fedette's bike. So what do you think of the track this week?
Well, after the last week I rode when it was about 6 inches of water, this is wonderful. This is what ice racing is all about. It's getting a little bumpy, but I think it'll hold up. I think it'll be a good track.
Yeah, I think finally Mother Nature worked in our favor because it's still a pretty nice 30-degree day.
It sure is.
And we got some nice solid ice out there.
That's the key. We've got some ice.
Okay.
It's not water racing.
Well, I'm running Don Herring's bike, and I'm going to see you out there, buddy.
May the best man win.
Okay. Okay, super senior. Riders over 40. Jumping out front, Larry Picos from the Cyclecraft in Woodstock on his twin-cylinder Yamaha. Second place, Jerry Westhouse on Jeff Fredette's Kawasaki 250. Whoa, hold on, Jerry. I'm out there in this race to see where I'm at. Back and forth, Rich Walbeezer's in third. I make the smooth pass on the outside. I'm running Don Herring's 500 Yamaha, single-cylinder 4-stroke. And here I make the critical mistake of the day. The water developed on the track. I start riding around it, and watch what happens. Nothing like putting on the brakes and going backwards. Rich Walbeezer just moved into third place. In the meantime, Jerry Westhouse that just passed Larry Picos for the lead. Jerry Westhouse up front, Larry Picos second, Rich Walbeezer third. That's me, number 31, trying to make another move, but now Norm Gruber moves down on the inside.
Jerry Westhouse went on to pick up the win. Larry Picos was second. Rich Walbeezer ran third. And now I'm going to talk to Dave Hendrickson from US Cable, and he's going to tell us about racing in the open class.
A lot better. The bike's locking up really good. Jeff Fredette has his bike really hooking up really well, and it feels really good. I'm finally starting to get into fourth gear on the straightaway. Pretty much just letting her go. I mean, not being really afraid, you know.
You feel good, huh?
Yeah, the bike just slides out from under you. Just let it slide. It's not going to hurt you unless you get run over. And I'm just trying to let it all hang out. We got, a couple more weeks of racing?
Well, I'm hoping.
When I'm just figure now I've had enough practice. It's time to get out of last place and try to get up there.
Okay, so you're going to be running an open class, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be riding Jeff's number 2N bike. It's going to be the open class, open amateur. So we'll see how I do. If I can do as good as I did in practice, you know, maybe fourth place, maybe. Well, we'll see.
Good, and I'm riding Donnie's bike, so let's go back to the racing action. Open class. Open any size bike over 250. Watch him through the first corner, jumping up front, Mark the AC. Second place, Aldrich Maiska just moved into the lead. Don Herring down on the inside, back in seventh at number 2N. It looks like Dave Hendrickson from US Cable. We're going to be paying attention to Dave and watch his progress. He goes by one bike. So you're going to get this guy. There he passes two bikes, another bike in front of him. Let's watch Dave. This is now his fourth official race. In the meantime, leading, Eldridge Myson. Second place, it's like Don Herring, my buddy Don Herring on that 500 Yamaha. Got caught by Mark DAC, number 4. Mark DAC's trying to get around Donnie. But Eldridge Myson is really moving. This is his best race of the year. Last lap is picking up the win was Eldridge Mycan, Don Herring. Mark DAC was second, Don Herring was third. Leading the points in the Open Pro class, and a guy that I got some great footage, guy that's really been getting around this racetrack, and now the track's smooth again, is really going to put on a show today, is Vern Brown. And Vern, how long have you been ice racing?
I've been ice racing since '81. Started out little bikes, 80 cc's, and just worked my way up through the ranks.
So how old are you now?
I'm 21 now.
Are you still running pro racing too?
Yeah, we go as much as we can in the summertime. I mean, it's hard to work it out with my work schedule, but we get to go as much as we can. My dad takes a lot of time out, dedicates a lot of money. Without him, I couldn't do anything.
Okay, so what kind of bike you running? Everybody's asking, they want to know what kind of bike that is.
And we run a 600cc single Rotax engine. It's out of Austria.
Out of Austria. You got any sponsors?
Yeah, my dad's company, B&B Asphalt, pays for everything. Jerry Willamy up in Minnesota does all the motor work, and Rick Reed put up the $200 for a team race here today.
Oh yeah, so you're on the Rick Reed Randall Ford team?
Yeah, he put up the money, and we got a team together.
Right, so we are going to run a team race.
Yeah.
This is it, Open Pro. Jumping out front, it's like Tom DeSort. Watch it, on the outside, Jeff Fredette. Oh, Rick Gruber, down. Jeff Fredette. Uh-oh, red flag. We're going to have a restart. Restart, jumping out front. Number 24, Vern Brown. Vern Brown from Mundelein, Illinois. Second place, Mark Gruber. Mark Gruber from Waukegan. Third place, Rick Gruber. Fourth place, Jeff Fredette. Both those riders went down and are currently running third and fourth. So that fall did nothing to dampen their spirits. But up front, Vern Brown, number 24. Mark Gruber, number 35. Jeff Fredette moving into third on the inside. Jeff Fredette, Rick Gruber back to fourth now. Fifth place looks like Frankie Kaiser. Mark Gruber, 35's in second. Vern Brown has got about 10 bike lanes. Make the drive, watch them side by side. Who's going to make it into turn 3? Jeff Fredette edges ahead. Mark Gruber gets splashed back. Jeff Fredette now in second. Vern Brown in first. Who's going to win this one? Vern Brown leading. Jeff Fredette second. Mark Gruber third. Jeff Fredette on the inside as the crowd goes crazy. Jeff Fredette picking up the win. Open Pro Class. We're going to have a team race for sure this time, and one of the teams is Channel Lake Plumbing, Sewer, and Water. And it's owned by Don Herring, right, Don?
Yes, sir.
Now, is this the first time you're going to compete in a team race? So what do you guys think you're going to do?
Well, we're going to go out there and win, or really give it a good try. Yes, this is the first time I've competed in a team race. I missed the first race of the year. I wasn't prepared, and Frank and Craig went out and did a good job. They were leading it until somebody skipped off in the snow, I guess. But we feel real good today. We're all getting a lot of traction and going real good, and I think we're going to do real well.
Ready to rock, huh? All right,
Yeah.
Here's Frankie Kaiser. Now, Frankie, you're the pro rider, so you start down about a half a lap, correct?
Right. What they do with the team consists of three riders, 2 amateur riders and 1 pro rider, and the pros start a half a lap back. They don't go until the amateurs are out on the track, and they score it that way. And some of the amateurs are pretty tough to beat. Runs 15 laps.
Oh yeah. Okay, and also is Craig Anderson, who is a previous tuner, now turned ice racer, and last time we had it, you were doing real well in it. So you think you're gonna hold your own with this team of fast guys?
Oh yeah, you couldn't ask for better guys to ride with, and it's just going to be a matter of consistent laps because it is a long race, and good start. That's going to help.
This is it, team race. Amateurs start first, jumping up front, Mark Diacy, number 4. Craig Anderson, number 264, as the pros now start. They're on the starting line, off the track, waiting for the rubber band start. Tony Giorno, number 22, and Frankie Kaiser battling for the lead for the pros. Frankie Kaiser's running with Channel Lakes Plumbing, Donnie Herring's team. Number 4, Mark Diacy. Is running in second. Mark Diacy is running with Ron and Brian Suzuki. In the meantime, Craig Anderson, also with Channel Lakes, is leading. Uh-oh, Donnie's bike is starting to miss. He went through that puddle, but in the meantime, their pro rider, Frankie Kaiser, number 81, is leading the pro section. He's got to get around all 8 other riders if he wants to win this, so he's got to stay on the gas. Let's watch Frankie, Channel Lakes Plumbing. Craig Anderson still leading. Craig Anderson on a 250 Suzuki is leading Mark Casey on his 500 Honda, but here comes Frankie Kaiser now. Frankie Kaiser's making his way through the pack, but right on his heels is Tony Giorno, and Tony's riding with Tim Dyer Racing. Mark Casey is now leading. 264. Craig Anderson, he's second place. We got the two pro riders making tracks right behind him. Mark Diacy's running great for Ron and Brian Suzuki. Mark Diacy, second place. Craig Anderson, third place now. Overall, moving into second is Frankie Kaiser. With fourth place, number 22, there's Tony Giorno. There's number 4, that's Mark Diacy picking up the win, and Ron and Brian Suzuki picks up the overall win. Chain of Lakes was second.
It's so nice to see them continue on with the team racing, something that I started at the Mineola Hotel. Music for the show by Engine, Mike Freed's Intrigue and Travesty, and all this music recorded at Fireside Studios, Westchester, Illinois. For more information on the Sandbar on Lake Marie, on Facebook, it's Sandbar on Lake Marie. That's Sandbar on Lake Marie on Facebook. There was always great racing action on Lake Marie. To contact me, and I love to hear from my audience, it's teamdan45@gmail.com. Remember, you can always search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action, Dan Schmitt Politics, to learn what makes America great. And I highly encourage you to visit the World of Motorcycle Museum. They're in Winamac, Indiana, 4 miles south of North Judson on Indiana Highway 39. But give them a call first at 574-896-3172. It's a great trip, a great collection of motorcycles, and you can buy your Harley Davidsons and Yamahas at Kirstein Cycle. To pick up your copy of the Team Chicago History Package, go to Rich's Yamaha in Lockport, Illinois. But give them a call first, 815-838-8130. Their website is richesyamaha.com. Pick up your copy of the Team Chicago History Package. And if you want to know everything there is to know about motorcycles, there's nothing like going to a swap meet. Here's a few dates for Walneck Swap: Princeton, Illinois; Shepherdsville, Kentucky; Woodstock, Illinois, April 26th, and I will be there. Princeton, Illinois. Remember, walneckswap.com, walneckswap.com.